Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our Horizen Weekly Insider number 77. Today is March the 1st, and happy Monday to you all. We are live now on Discord and YouTube, and as you know, this call will also be available for you to check out later in our Horizen podcast. Also, please remember to be asking your questions on Menti while this call is happening so we can answer your questions at the end. I'll pass the word now to Alberto to give us the engineering updates.
Thanks, Angie. And let's start as usual with the Zendu updates. Okay, and in particular for the mentioned backward transfer request that finally we reviewed fully, and all the changes were applied also after the final code review. So now the code has been approved and merged. And by the way, mentioned backward transfer request also contains some common elements to all the other pending pull requests. So we expect to have the next items to be completed even in a faster way. And this is what we already experienced with the C sidechain withdrawal pull request. Some minutes ago, we finally we had the final code review, and the second iteration of the final code review, because already last week we had a first iteration. Some changes were requested, and now we have just verified that they were integrated. So just a few more very small things are pending, but I can say that the C sidechain withdrawal pull request is also almost ready to be merged, and I expect it to be done within tomorrow. Okay, the other one that is open is the customizable certificate fields, and this will be the next item. We will do the final code review. And the last element regarding Zendu is the keeping track of the cumulative sidechain block transaction commitment tree. And also here, it is completed. The first review was done, and now the final code review has to come. Okay, and that was all about Zendu. Let's switch to the SDK, and in particular, for the two implementations that we have at the moment that are the multiple certificates processing for different qualities. So you know that we can have multiple certificates in the same epoch, but with different qualities. This somehow is made to manage situation for where you can have, for example, a fork in the sidechain, no? And so this has to be managed also in mainchain for providing the possibility to post a certificate with highest quality. You can see the highest quality, for example, as the certificate that belongs to the chain, the longest chain, no? And that support was already added in mainchain, but because of the fact that we are interpreting this data when it's synced back to the sidechain, we had also to align the sidechain SDK to manage this when we sync back mainchain block references. And so this is one of the implementation that is going on the SDK, and the other one is the keeping track of the cumulative sidechain block transaction commitment tree, and the usage of it in the cert proof. And this was really is very useful for having a most efficient way for proving that we have processed all the sidechain related information of mainchain blocks. So both implementations are going on, and we expect them to be finished this week, at the end of this week. Okay. Regarding the proving system, we are currently working on the batch verification of D-log R parts. As you know, the mainchain needs to verify a Marlin proof for each sidechain at the end of each epoch, but one of the biggest portion of the time needed to verify a proof is the multiscalar multiplication. No? And instead of doing a single multiscalar multiplication for each proof, there are ways for batching these multiscalar multiplication to a single one, or I mean, in reality, there are two fits, but let's simplify to a single one, and to compute this expensive operation just once. And so this is the implementation we are working on. And I mean, the implementation is ongoing. We already have some very interesting benchmark that allowed us to save a lot of time. But I mean, we still going on the implementation, but with the current version, we've already started with a first code review iteration. So we have a current implementation that is currently in the review phase. Okay, always regarding the proving system is the import and overwork of the segmentation and the finalization of the Marlin proof structure. I mean, and when I'm saying Marlin proof structure, I mean our modified Marlin proof structure, because we have, as you know, we have a different proving system and that we are going to use on the sidechain side to have an efficient recursive proof composition. These affects also the structure of the Marlin proof that we will publish on the mainchain side. So, I mean, the design of that is ready and everything is done, but we are currently working in details on finalizing the structure of the proof that we will present to mainchain, and this will affect the mainchain proof verifier. So this is something that is currently ongoing. So stay tuned for that. Okay, probably that's all for today, and back to you, Angie.
Awesome news. Thank you, Alberto. Let's continue with Chronic to give us the infrastructure updates.
Yeah, happy Monday, everyone. So we are currently preparing for the upcoming ZenD release. On the 26th of March is our intended merge to master date. And on the Monday after, on the 29th, we want to have binaries available. And we are on track and actually quite early right now. So all is everybody is focused on Zendoo. So in terms of changes, there is not a lot that is getting included in this ZenD release, but that's a good thing, because that means our developers are focused on what matters at the moment. And we're already working on pull requests also for supporting software like Rosetta Zen. And on the infrastructure side, over the coming months, we will focus on the new block explorer. So with the sidechain system, also the main chain will get a new and updated block explorer. And on the infrastructure side, this will require a lot of changes. Currently, the old block explorer is using ZenD as its underlying database to essentially serve the transaction data and balance data. In the future, this will switch to a more modern and flexible database underneath with MongoDB. So that is what we will focus on over the next weeks. And on the tracking system side of things, Ellen and I have been testing and deploying an update over the last week, and we have rolled it out on Saturday to one secure node server. And what this update does is it brings the single address staking features to secure nodes, which we've already deployed on supernodes a while back. We're still doing some final tests on production, but we're hoping to be able to enable this feature and update all of the servers this week. So what will single address staking bring to secure nodes? People will be able to verify ownership of a stake address And once ownership has been verified, they will be able to run multiple nodes with the same stake address while keeping the balance in that single address. So you will still need a balance for as many nodes as you're running in that address, but it will make management of a large number of nodes a lot easier. That's it from infrastructure.
Thank you, Kronik. Now let's welcome Jonathan to give us the growth updates.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. On the growth side, we're working on a community hub partnership integration, which I can't announce yet, but it'll be more perks for the Zen community and Zen fans. When the announcement goes out, of course, we'll let you know when the integration is finished. We're also working on general infrastructure updates to the community hub. Again, we're seeing so much new traffic that we just have to improve all of our infrastructure. We're also planning for the release of a different upcoming partnership announcement. We're basically creating a growth strategy to make that announcement a big success. I can't talk about that just yet, but hopefully soon. And then also we're working with Kronik and his team to update the website to a new modern framework, probably React. And the meetings for that are kicking off this week. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Let's continue with Vano to give us the BD and operations updates.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. So Zen has been integrated at getblock.io, which is a node and blockchain services platform that provides a fast and easy API connections to full nodes from many leading blockchain platforms, including us, obviously, as well. And basically, it allows you to request on-chain information from a node without the need to set up one manually using services like JSON, RPC, REST, and WebSockets. And GetBlock has a free as well as paid tiers with different limits to suit everyone's need. So it's a great addition to our infrastructure partners. Apart from that, Horizen has also been listed at a young Mexican exchange called Mexo, which Angie just shared here in our channel. And this news is great for our LATAM community, and Angie is having a live session with them as well next week. So more news to come about it, during next week. And regarding upcoming Zendi update that Kronik talked about, we have already started notifying our partners regarding it to give them plenty of time to prepare for it. And Angie is leading this process while I'm supporting it as well. That's all from me, and now I'm passing the mic to Kaspers.
Thank you, Vano. Hi, everybody. So on the BD and the sidechain partnerships, we are continuing our work on our existing leads. We now have a few announcements in the pipeline, and as you might have seen, a very important partnership has been made public about an hour ago that I'm sure Lucy will talk about more very, very soon. So this is something for us and our community, again, to celebrate. Apart from that, the BD team is also working closely with the strategy team just to kind of develop and refine different verticals for our sidechain technology that we might focus when we restart actively reaching out to new leads. And lastly, we are continuing our work on the Brad Zen token project and developing integration partnerships to enable multiple new use cases for Zen users and holders in the very near future. So stay tuned. That's it from me. Thank you. And back to you, Angie.
Thank you, guys. Great news. Let's continue with Lucy to give us the marketing updates.
Hello, everyone. Happy March. So first of all, I will give a quick report on our monthly community growth and see how we did in February. So our biggest increase is our Twitter with 4.88% growth since January. Then we had a 3.75% increase in our newsletter subscription, which is a pretty big increase because it's the increase is based on already a very large subscription number. And we also have 4.19% increase on Reddit and a 1.57% increase on Facebook follows. and the members on our Discord server is reaching 10,000. On the developer community side, there's a 6.7% increase on our early adopt program enrollment, and 11.75% increase on our HDE signups. So we now have almost 3,000 people signed up on our HDE platform. And I'm really excited that I'm working with Vano to revamp the HDE so we can better empower our developer community and make it easier for them to contribute to the project. So I think February was a really strong month for us. Shout out to our growth team, our BD team, and everyone on the marketing team and volunteers to drive this growth together. So I'm sure most of you have already seen our latest partnership announcement with IOTA. So we are working together to extend the functionality of the IOTA oracles and bring the oracle capabilities to our sidechain. So it's really exciting partnership. That means the partnership will make IOTA oracles available to any blockchains or dApps built on Horizen. So I'm sure Rob will share more about this partnership in a little bit. You can read the official announcement on our newsroom, horizen.io/news. And in addition to the announcement, we are also planning on a joint AMA with the IOTA team to answer any questions both of our communities may have. We will share the details of this AMA soon. So IOTA is just one of the several partnerships that we have in our announcement pipeline. Just Casper's also mentioned. So we have more exciting news to share in the coming days. So please stay tuned. And also, I talked about AMA. We had a joint AMA with our other partner, LTO Network, last week. So if you are curious about what we are building with LTO Network on our sidechain platform, then you can watch the AMA on our YouTube channel. That's it from me. Angie, back to you.
Thank you, Lucy. Now let's welcome Rosario for Product and Engineering.
Well, it's a tough one to follow. So it's happy March, everyone. This marks the last month of the first quarter. Crazy how time flies, and I was very excited to hear about the significant progress with our engineering team and, of course, the partnerships that we are coming forward. IOTA is an amazing project, and I'm very proud that we're partnering with them. On a separate note, we are holding conversations with vendors that are able to provide third-party audits for the cryptographic pieces of our deliveries, and that's an ongoing effort, and there's not many vendors that provide the service, so it's something that we're doing carefully. And we are finalizing agreements with the vendor that will conduct about 90% of the Zendoo delivery, and that will be coming forward, closing very soon. From Horizen Labs perspective, so of course we have Celsius sidechain that is nearly complete, actually. And we will be packaging the node setup and management for them for the first milestone. And this month we will be eliciting support from the proving system team to deliver the cryptographic piece of the first delivery for milestone 1. We've also finalized our framework inputs to the Celsius.network website that will display the result of the sidechain. So special thank you to Lucy for helping in this effort. From GainChain, we're continuing that effort in providing the multi-node configuration and just working out some kinks. So these are normal things to be working on, and we are doing that. And I have also, the game developer is also completing the setup and integration of the JavaScript library into Unity, and that's something that's ongoing, and we are just providing support because it's the first time this game developer team is working with blockchain. So just providing support for that. That's it for now, and happy to be here on this Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosario. Rolf, would you like to add any comments or updates?
Not today, Angie. Thanks. Sounds like everything's going great with the team. Happy Monday.
Thank you, Rolf. And now let's welcome Rob for the final part and Q&A session.
Thanks, Angie, and happy birthday to the two Zeners over this last weekend, Linda and Zen Baby. So it was a fun trip. Check out the pictures that Rosario posted here with Zen Baby. Okay, so the big news that I want to just take a few minutes to reiterate is the partnership with IOTA. And for us, this is a really big deal for a variety of reasons. And I want to just go through a big picture and explain some of the phases that we're going to be doing with them. Phase one, we're going to be integrating IOTA oracles into our Horizen sidechain. Right? This gives IOTA a nice high-profile customer of their oracle, and this is a new oracle system that they've put together to broadcast data from different IoT devices. And for us, it gives us our first oracle integration where we're pulling information from off-chain and integrating that onto a sidechain. So very important for both parties here in just this phase one, right? You keep it simple for phase one. We just want to pull in information and demonstrate proof of concept. And then we roll into phase two. Phase two is where we're going to be looking to integrating the Oracle feed into the SDK directly so that anyone launching a Horizen sidechain will have the option to have an Oracle feed into it. Now, you can imagine there are many different types of Oracle feeds out there, and we're going to need a lot of different types of information coming from outside of the blockchain world to start doing stuff on blockchains. So we're going to be looking at other, like basically creating like a standard interface here would be the goal of this phase two. And we have this particular case with IOTA to be that high profile test case. Now, going beyond that, just these POCs, we are actively working, like our BD team with IOTA, on cultivating joint business deals in the IoT space. So that's what's really cool about this for us is, we've been talking about different product applications of Zendoo, or the SDK thus far, and Rosario just mentioned like game chain as an example. We have an audit chain product with Celsius. Well, this adds a new type of product that we're starting to explore. And of course, this is the first, a bit of this exploration, but we're looking at the IoT space and leveraging partners like IOTA that just have deep expertise in the space. And our business team has been working with IoT company, or in particular one high-profile IoT company that we're going to bring to the table and see if we can carve out a really nice use case where we work on this jointly. Now, what we get or what we provide really is expertise on the ZKP side, the zero knowledge crypto side, really for data privacy. So we're going to be focusing quite specifically on the types of data and problems that IOTA has, in their network or with their customers or with partners that we bring on, where they want to retain privacy for certain types of information. And that's where we bring our expertise to the table to work with them. So big picture, we're constantly working on making the SDK better, more usable, adding features that people are going to need in the future to build useful applications. And we know an Oracle feed, or many Oracle feeds will be a big part of that. So we're working now with an important partner. And then we're always looking for high quality partners to jointly go to market with, right? And the way that we do business, and by we, in this case, more on the business side, like Horizen Labs, as an example, we focus on technology, and we're looking for partners that really have expertise in different verticals to go to market with them, where we can leverage our technology on the back end, and we can have other people focus really on those application specific stuff. So this is just a great case where we're starting off what will evolve into just a deep, meaningful, kind of multifaceted relationship with a very prominent project in the market. So, guys, that's what I've got for you today, and we can stop here and open it up for some Q&A. The last 5 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. And thank you, everyone, for contributing with your questions. So the first one is, are oracles on IOTA an early sign to the makings of a Zen stablecoin like CUSD or CGLD?
I love the motivation behind the question, but I can't say that we have a specific plan for that type of stablecoin product. But clearly, oracles and getting information from off-chain are a big part in many of these different types of applications that we can go down these different paths. So it's just a big step for us in general. This particular one is focused on IoT devices. We are we're in discussions with other partners that I believe actually we've signed, but Casper's didn't want to mention today because we haven't made it public. to look at other types of Oracle feeds coming on chain.
Great. The second question is, can you give us use cases of oracles using IOTA and incorporating them on a Horizen sidechain?
Yeah, so this one is focusing on IoT devices, the Internet of Things devices. So you can think of chips on devices or tracking containers through logistics chains, and just things where you have a lot of different real-world devices that are broadcasting information to a network. And that's where we're tapping here. So that's where the IOTA oracles feed specializes. And this is now where, for us, we're just focusing on basic capability. We want data structures that can support IoT devices. And here we have a data feed for IoT devices. Next step, like I said, the phase 3, not really in sequence, but just the third aspect of what we're doing is we're looking for opportunities to work with clients in the real world, solving real problems for people. And right now, we're focusing on the infrastructure and technology and product to make that possible. The Oracle feed is a critical part of that, but you'll see more specific examples as we start announcing some, other partnerships with IOTA where we're going to market on a joint product.
Thank you, Rob. And the third and last question is, can you give us some FOMO information?
We have a really big announcement later this week. So I'm not going to be the one to spill the beans on this one, but hopefully we can get it out there later this week, and it's worth paying attention to.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great and exciting news, and it seems it's never enough, but that's a cool thing. And okay, I guess this is a wrap, right on time. Thank you, everyone, for attending our weekly Insider. We'll see you all next Monday for the latest Horizen updates. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Angie. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great week.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody.